You is good, you is your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're going to be talking about how you guys can get Diamond Chris Bosh to add to your squad in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. Now, here's the deal with Chris Bosh, okay? Chris Bosh is pretty good, at least from what I've heard and what I've seen. Now, where do you look at, Chris Bosh, how good he is, all that stuff? I'm guessing he's going to be in the rewards somewhere, but I'm trying to at least figure out where he is. Maybe he's in the Season 1 rewards, probably in here. And here's Chris Bosh, okay? 6'11", 235 pounds, 83 3-ball, 80 standing dunk, 75 driving dunk. Defensively, 87 interior, 78 block, good rebounding, 80 speed, 79 lateral quickness. Yeah, to say it lightly, guys, there's only one guy you can say is possibly better than Chris Bosh at the power forward center position or the center position, and that's Shaq. Chris Bosh, I'm going to say it like this, is so much better than Anthony Davis too. It's literally not even close. Now, the one thing you can say is, oh, but Ty, AD's got better badges. I mean, yeah, I guess, but all of Chris Bosh's badges are upgradable, and you can give him a ton of badges as well. So literally every badge in the game, Chris Bosh can get. So I'm just gonna say it like this. When I get Chris Bosh, I'm hopefully gonna get him on my nobody spent. Hopefully I'm good enough. And even if I get him on this account, he plays immediately. Like there's no holdups, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. When it comes down to Chris Bosh, I think I'm gonna slide him right in here to the power forward position and then slide AD to the bench center, I think is what I'm going to do. Now, to get Chris Bosh, guys, it's not going to be easy. You have to win 15 triple threat online games in a row. Do you guys realize how hard that is to do? Okay, even for me, okay, if I go into triple threat online right now, which I'll record and see how long it does take me, I think I should be fine for the most part. I'll probably go in there with a lineup, I want to say like this. I'm thinking this is going to be the lineup I use. Now, even with this lineup, in which I love this lineup, I think this lineup shouldn't lose. It's tough because 15 games in a row. That's so many games, especially when all of the sweats today are going to be playing this mode as well. This is something that's going to be so frustrating for the average person to complete, because if you get to like 7 or 8 and then lose, you're going to get really frustrated and really rattled. And I'm going to do the same thing as well. Like, we'll see how long it takes me in triple threat online. I think I should be able to do it relatively quickly, but all it takes, since the games are so short into 21, is you to have one bad game and boom, you have to restart down at 0. So the one nice thing about it is you've got 31 days to do. So if you're not like the biggest sweat in the world, what I would recommend is you guys wait a while to even attempt to do this. Now, again, that's my personal opinion. You guys don't necessarily have to take that. But if I was not like if I was, let's say, in the 75th percentile, like let's say my unlimited record was 37-15, okay, for example, I would wait a little bit before playing triple threat online, because the odds of you guys winning 15 games in a row is not good, not ideal. Now, again, I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm not saying you guys can't get it done. And if you like the challenge, I think you should do it. But just know you're going to be facing some of the best squads in my team. And not only that, it is going to be an absolute sweat fest for Chris Bosh. On the positive side, guys, Chris Bosh is absolutely elite, okay? Probably the best power forward center in the entire game. Outside of Shaq, I still think Shaq, because he's 7'1", is really good. But if you didn't get Shaq and want to counter for Shaq, Chris Bosh is absolutely it. So that's the one thing about it, is I'm super glad that he's good. Because even on my Nobody Spent Squad series, I have a good enough trio that I can go and get him. Now, who am I going to use on my Nobody Spent Squad series? I mean, I'll have to see. I don't necessarily know. I'll probably use Mike Miller, honestly, and then like, I don't know, Jabari Smith Jr., maybe like Cam Whitmore, cards like that, and just see what I can. I'll probably use Desmond Bane instead of Mike Miller, but just to see what I can get done. But even with a squad like that, it is going to be super hard to win 15 in a row. Because imagine Desmond Bane and Jabari Smith Jr. up against like Devin Booker and Shaq. I mean, it is going to be really difficult to get done. And I know I'm not the only one in that category on that account. So again, for me, I'm going to get it on both accounts, because I do think Chris Bosh is not only a top 2 power forward center in the game. I think he's the best power forward. I think he's a top 5 overall card in the entire game. Like, that's really kind of my personal opinion on that. You guys don't necessarily have to agree with me on that, but I think his longevity is going to be their number one because of his badge count and the badges you can apply to him. Number two, I think his release is going to be solid. I don't know exactly what Chris Bosh's release is like. I mean, I guess I could go test it in the 2KU real quick, but I do think it's going to be good enough to at least use and at least run with him. I guess we'll see if he's on this Heat team. I guess we'll test it out quick. But I think it's going to be good enough no matter what. Chris Bosh always has a decent enough release that you can use in that you can compete with. So he's going to be a stretch big at 6 good hot spots. Y'all see him? Okay, yeah. Chris Bosh, I mean, I don't want to sit here and hype it up, but that release is good enough for a big man. Okay, well, now y'all going to watch the gameplay when I get Chris Bosh in a little bit. But I'm just telling y'all, he might be the best big in my team, and that is including Shaquille O'Neal. I'm saying maybe, because look, he can get every badge on gold. So even like the anchors of the world, even like, you know, the interceptors of the world, he can get all those on gold. I'd go as far as to say I think he's going to be better than Shaq. And you guys can call me wrong, say I'm crazy, but how can he not be? A stretch big, has an 87 base interior, 80 base speed, good lateral quickness, badge count. He's got 36 base badges, and if you want to apply badges to him, you can, man. You can give him any badge you want. I'm telling you guys right now, you give him interceptor, maybe off-ball pass, challenger, a lot of those defensive badges, and then you upgrade the ones he needs. Let's say like bulldoze, or let's say like immovable enforcer. I'm telling you right now, he might be the overall best big man in my team. So do I recommend grinding Chris Bosh? I definitely do if you are good enough to get it done. And the one thing I will say is I'm glad 2K is doing this for the MyTEAM community. The MyTEAM community needs some sort of competitiveness, because if you scroll throughout the game modes, there's hardly any competitiveness. So the fact that we at least have something to grind, I think is a massive W in my team. So what's next for me? Well, I'm going to time how long it takes me to get Chris Bosh. I'm going to do the Chris Bosh gameplay, and then I'm going to try to get Chris Bosh in the No Money Spent Squad series and see how that goes. I do think that will be a little bit of a struggle. So check into the No Money Spent Squad series later today to see if I am able to get Chris Bosh. Again, it might take me even more than one day to do on the No Money Spent Squad series. But as you grind it, even if you lose, guys, just kind of keep in the back of your minds, you're grinding it, you're getting MT for playing the game, you're getting decently rewarded. So, I mean, that's something I would try to keep in the back of my mind as I am grinding for Chris Bosh Diamond card. Now, again, here's your counter to the $150, $200 Shaq. At least we got something that 2K is giving us in general. Let me know your thoughts on Chris Bosh down below in the comments. Are you guys going to grind for him or not? Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.